Hello friends! In today's video, we're making these beautiful, super soft rolls. Just look how lovely they are. Stay with me to see how they're made. Prepare 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of flour and 30 grams of fresh yeast. You can use 10 grams of dry yeast instead. And now put the yeast, flour and sugar into a small bowl. Pour 200 milliliters of pre-prepared lukewarm milk over it. Mix well until smooth and let it activate for about 10 minutes. While we wait for the yeast to activate, measure out 800 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of salt. Then mix it all together. You need 1 egg and 250 milliliters of lukewarm water. Whisk the egg right away, as this will break it up best. Then add the activated yeast. Pour in another 30 milliliters of oil and mix everything with a spatula. Scrape off any excess from the spatula. Drizzle with 10 to 20 milliliters of oil. Lightly oil your hands so the dough doesn't stick too much. Then slowly bring all the ingredients together into a ball. If the dough starts sticking to your hands a lot, add a little more oil. These are all very small amounts. Drizzle and continue kneading. I added a total of 50 milliliters of oil. We won't knead the dough for long here, just enough to combine all the ingredients. Cover with a cloth and let it rest for 30 to 60 minutes in a warm place. While we wait for the dough to rise, we have plenty of time to make the fillings. Now, I've put out several types here because I want to make different fillings, so not all the rolls will be the same. Here I have 100 grams of kulen, homemade Ajvar, quite thick, so I can use more of it. Mix the Ajvar and kulen. This will be my first filling. Here you can see Feta cheese, which I've sliced. This will be the third. Here you see salami. Boiled sausage will be the third filling. I said this was the third? No, second, third, first. A combination of processed cheese and chicken breast ham will be the fourth. Here's the fifth filling. Grated salami and cheese. Added ketchup and oregano. This will be my fifth filling. Mixture should be thick so it doesn't leak out. So I'll add a little more ketchup. You can add whatever you like. I want to clarify about the ketchup right away. All 5 fillings are ready. I'll chop this cheese a bit finer and that's it. When the dough has risen, take it out onto a floured surface. Fold edges to center, shape into a rectangle. Sprinkle a little flour on top so the rolling pin doesn't stick. And now let's roll it out. While rolling, you can turn the dough a few times to ensure it's rolled out evenly. Once we've rolled out this large dough, take butter or margarine, whatever you prefer, straight from the fridge, and grate it over 2/3 of the dough. Grate 150 to 200 grams. The block is for 1 kilogram. Croissants use much more. Now that we've done that, take the remaining third and fold it over. Press down to seal. Where it's missing, you can add a little. And now this side, first I'll unstick it. Fold it over the other. Press everything down again and cut into 3 parts. Take a plate, put a little flour on it, then place the first piece of dough. You can shape it a bit more with your hands. Then place the second piece of dough. Sprinkle them with flour. Cover with plastic wrap. Make sure to place it between them. Now take the third piece of dough, which can go on top. Sprinkle it with flour too. Cover with plastic wrap again. Place a cloth over it. Then put it in the freezer for 20 to 30 minutes. I've taken the dough out of the freezer and will now roll it out. Just a little bit up and down, and then left and right. I put the dough in the freezer so the butter wouldn't leak out when I rolled it. Roll the dough out as much as possible, left and right. I'll cut rolls this way, not the standard way. Once the dough is rolled out, cut the rolls. You can start from the middle, from the edges, however you like. They can be small, they can be large, they can be miniature, whatever is prettier and easier for you. The next thing I do is add the filling. Combine fillings on each roll for many different ones. This is the processed cheese I cut. It will be very good with ham. Specifically, chicken breast, not ham. And now we roll them up in the standard way. Pull slightly and roll up the roll. Then place the rolls close together in the baking tray. My recommendation is always to place them like this, close together. This way they will rise more in height than in width. They will join in between and remain soft. A crust won't form around them. I repeat the exact same process with the other part of the dough. Now that they're arranged like this, take a little water in a small cup. Now lightly brush or sprinkle each one with a small brush. Now that we're done with that, take the plastic wrap we already used. Cover with a cloth and let it rise for 20 to 30 minutes. If you have time, you can let it rise for 40 minutes. And when we arrange these rolls, we'll brush them with plain water. And now that we've done that, we'll cover them with plastic wrap too. Use the same one I used before, cover with a cloth and let them rise until baking. When the rolls have rested, turn on the oven to preheat to 200 degrees. Remove the plastic wrap. Whisk one whole egg, then brush all the rolls. Be a little more careful when placing this plastic wrap, as it can stick a bit if you press it a little too hard. I think I pressed this right side a bit too hard when I put the cloth on, so it stuck a little there, but it's nothing serious. After brushing, sprinkle with coarse sea salt. Sprinkle a little on top and wherever it lands. And sprinkle with sesame seeds. Both of these are optional, and you can also use your regular seeds. By then the oven's preheated. Put the rolls in to bake. Here they are, baked. Like sunshine. Baking time, 25 minutes. Cover with a cloth and serve. They're still hot, but I want to show you these beautiful little puffs. Just look how soft and beautiful they are.